Hi, mateys. Welcome back to the podcast. We're out here on the open sea. Anyways. Today, I wanted to talk about all these land larpers out here, matey. Plenty of people be talking about piracy. Haven't boarded a single ship. Matey, if all you're doing is downloading a movie online, you're about as good as someone who claims esports is a physical activity. You pressed download, matey. You're not getting treasure. That's the Lego Batman movie. People out here, dang land larpers. They don't know the first thing about piracy, matey. They list their top 5 captains. They got, Blackbeard number 1, Columbus number 2. Columbus is about as good as having 2 hook hands and 3 peg legs. Don't even ask where the third one is, matey. If you... Columbus, seriously, what? He was sailing to India? No, he's the greatest sailor of all time. He discovered the New World. Matey, he was trying to get to India. Okay, maybe he discovered the New World. That's about equivalent to going to the store for beef jerky and coming back with a dead dog, matey. You found something, but do you really know what you're doing? Look, pal, Lucky, he had a good life. He's not jerky, matey. That is roadkill. If you're not putting in the effort to sail a ship to get home, board, plunder, you're not a pirate. Hi, captains nowadays, they don't know what the hell they're even doing, matey. They just be boarding ships just because, matey. You have to scout them out. You have to know who has treasure and who is essentially a little duck paddle boat on the sea, matey. If ye are not putting in effort to figure out who has what, where you should be plundering, and how to plunder, you're useless, matey. Or, if you're going in guns a-blazing, cutlasses shining, and you don't know where their treasure is, you don't know what you're gonna do once you get on the ship, your ship might as well be sunk, matey. What are you gonna do with a treasure chest if your boat is at the bottom of the sea, matey? Useless! It's useless! You should be going for the... Look, a lot of... captains, they be just going straight for the treasure. No, matey. You have to lead the fight first. First you go for the cannons. That's they're the least likely to have any type of defense against them, and they're gonna do the most damage to your ship. Then you go for the crewmates and finish off the captain, and then that's when you grab the treasure, matey. And a lot of people be out here. Hot take coming in, mateys. If ye bury your treasure, you're an idiot. The treasure is meant to be spent. Your doubloons are gotta be going somewhere, matey. Upgrade your ship. Buy a round of beers at the bar, matey. Whatever. If it's going in the ground, it's nothing. What, you're waiting? You're just gonna die, matey. Forget where the treasure is, and then a group of 12-year-old boys will find, the lost map of Two-Eyed Pete, whatever, matey. It's useless. You might as well be right in the maze on the back of a kid's menu at that point, matey. Ah, X marks the spot, X marks the spot, matey. Keep it on your ship. If you get plundered, you're gonna have to fight them off. That's what being a pirate is, matey. You know, a lot of people think piracy is a dead art form, but no, there's pirates to this day. I know quite a good deal of Somalian captains pirating, plundering, and I mean, it's not quite what it used to be, you know. No one's carrying chests of doubloons and booty anymore, but I don't know, maybe you can get a shipping container full of Lucky Charms or whatever. Good feast for ye. And, you know, the whole art of sailing is kind of obsolete now with motors and whatnot, but, I mean, there's nothing better than having a giant sail with your emblem on it, your skull and crossbones, matey. Shout out Blackbeard. You know, he might be mainstream piracy now, you know. I mean, it's no elite ship knowledge to know Blackbeard, you know, but he's one of the best to ever do it, really. You know, me and Blackbeard, we used to be back in the golden age of piracy. We were tight, matey. We were tight. You know, the real trick for anything is you got to have a small little island, a small little pirate hideout, you know. And I mean, you gotta make sure it's kept secret, matey, because if you keep inviting people over or if you invite people over to your pirate hideout, your island, I mean, what, keep a list at that point. Call yourself Hi, matey. I mean, if you make a list, whatever, invite everyone over to your island, I mean, you might as well call yourself Epstein the Groomer. That can be your new pirate name. You know, I see a lot of new pirates always talking about, oh, best bring a sack of oranges aboard, don't want to get scurvy now. Matey, scurvy is a sign of greatness. That's how, when you get scurvy, that's how you've made it as a pirate, matey. Or if your teeth are falling out because you haven't had a lime in a couple of weeks, months, that's when you're pirating, matey. The true pirates die rich. Seagulls and, yeah, seagulls. And, you know, if you're out here trying to live the luxury life on a fucking ship, trying to plunder for treasure, I mean, at that point you might as well be trying to live the luxury life in a fucking homeless camp, matey. If you're a pirate, you are not clean, matey. That's half the appeal. I mean, the whole reason I got into piracy was because my mom, I didn't want to shower. Yeah, you know, a lot of people, I think pirate flags have really kind of fallen off. I mean, if you're doing skull and crossbones, that's no elite ship knowledge, matey. I mean, you're just a trend hopper, really. Oh, skull and crossbones. Make your own damn flag, matey. It doesn't have to be all black. It doesn't have to be... Make a flag that really represent yourself. You know, the hardest part about being a pirate, matey, having a voice like this. Like this, matey. You know, there's not a lot that goes into piracy. A lot of people, their ship starts going down with the cannons. This is rule 1 of piracy. Go down with your ship. If the ship goes down, just take your spot at the bottom of the sea, matey. Flee into a dinghy. I mean, matey, it's called a damn dinghy. It's already a mark of shame being in it alone, let alone abandoning your ship and letting it rot at the bottom of the sea. You know, I never really got the whole Davy Jones's locker thing. I don't have a locker on my ship, I have quarters. Davy Jones, all he's got is a locker. Can't be that good of a pirate, matey. This is me locker. Yeah, the code is blah blah blah. I gotta turn it. Matey, you're what? Carrying your treasure in that? What are you doing with a locker as a pirate? Get real, you got a ship, you got chests. Where's your booty being stored in a locker, matey? Top shelf or bottom shelf? And here's me books. Real pirates don't read. You're just as good as the so-called internet pirates. I pirated this book, actually. It's in me locker. You know, I really think pirates need to appreciate the land a bit more, matey. Because really, anyone can plunder a ship. You know, plundering a ship at sea, it really ain't the hardest thing in the world once you know what you're doing, but plundering a whole village now, that's where you get into the piracy, matey. That requires strategy planning. That is where true great captains, that's how you can tell if a great captain is really incredible, matey. That's where you get to pirate true top captain status, matey. That's how you know you're not. And you know, I think landlubbers, there's a lot to talk about landlubber, but there's a lot to be found on land, really. You know, obviously you gotta ship around because, I mean, you're not a pirate if you don't, but spending all your time on a ship, I mean, what? You're gonna live your rest of the life on the ocean? What, you're eating singles, drinking wine, matey? It's no life, matey. You gotta have your hideout, you gotta have your village to plunder. Villages all across the coast, matey. Go into a port and just start ransacking, matey. You know, a lot of pirates out here getting amputated, hook hands, peg legs. I think they're really giving us a bad rep because, what, a peg leg? Look, maybe the first couple guys with the peg legs, now that was a sign of toughness, fear, whatever. Matey, you've got a peg leg now, you're just looking silly, matey. Aye. You just got a piece of wood on your leg, you're just hobbling around, stumbling. That's about as good for you as losing all your teeth to scurvy you can be. What, Petey Pegleg and Gary Gums, the pirate duo, started the word, oh, my name is Gary, I lost so many teeth to scurvy, matey, and I lost me leg, matey. Get out of here. You're making a fool of yourself at that point, matey. It's just silliness, hook hands. They're really no help. How do you pick up treasure with a hook hand, matey? You gotta stab into the chest. You're leaking doubloons, matey. Leaking gold. Oh my goodness, matey. I need to drink more fresh water. Seawater is not good for your throat. You know, a lot of pirating focus goes to Europe and Caribbean, whatever. I think we need to give some more shout-outs, because there's quite a lot of Asian pirates out there that aren't really represented in the modern day. You know, Ching is one of the greatest captains of all time. They're a Chinese pirate, I believe. And I mean, really, you don't. I mean, that's a top 5 captain right there. If you want elite ship knowledge, you can search up Ching, pirate, whatever. Look at that, matey. That's our real captains out there. Black beard, all the colors of beards, matey. It's silly. It's silly. Oh, I've got a big beard, matey. Oh, I'm black beard. Oh, I'm white beard. Oh, I'm gray beard. Oh, I'm green beard. Matey, you just look like you're celebrating some stupid holiday. St. Patrick's Day, 4th of July, matey. You look like you went into a costume shop. You went into Spirit Halloween and you got your pirate costume. Oh, I got me hook hand, me peg leg, and me black beard. Ah, get on me level, matey. You know, a real pirate, if they're losing their leg to a cutlass or something, matey, that's something to be feared. But if you're, putting a little fake hook hand on, eye patches, matey. Now then, a lot of people think pirates be losing eyes, but no! The eye patch, it's a tactical strategy, matey. Because do you think you can put electricity and lights onto your ship? No! So when you go down into the, I forget what it's called, I'm not the best remember, matey. I have dementia on the seas. But you be going down below deck. It's all dark, matey. That's what the eye patch is for, okay? You swap the eye patch. Look, a lot of people see people swapping eye patches and think it's something, oh, he doesn't have a real big eye. None of the pirates had missing eyes. They had eye patches for a reason, matey, because when you go below deck to restock on cannonballs, whatever, it's dark. You swap the eye patch. This eye, which was under the eye patch, is accustomed to the dark. You can see, matey. And then you swap it back to this one to go up into the sunlight so you don't get blinded, matey. Pay attention now. You know, a lot of people be making fun of the poop deck, and I'm sick of it, matey. I mean, whoever named it the poop deck just had it out for the reputation of pirates, probably. It's probably some landlubber called it a poop deck, some Navy Marine, and saying, oh, haha, they've got a deck for poop. Matey, do you know how many first-time shipmates I've had that go and take a shit on the poop deck? It is not for that, matey. I have brought out the mop on that deck too many times. Swap the poop deck. I do not want to swap it because there's poop on it, matey. I think that about wraps up the episode, you know, keeping it short. Aye, matey, keep blundering. Have a good one. Like and subscribe. Ending pirate title scene. Yo ho ho.